Welcome to the Trust and Believe NOMADCAST, a podcast that talks about mental health, life lessons, unbridled motivation, and unique storytelling. Here is your host, retired Army Master Sergeant, Mr. Anderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into episode 63 of the Trust and Believe NOMADCAST here on the 31st of January, 2022. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am so glad you're here, spending your precious time with me. I appreciate it. Before we get started with anything, look at the website below. The Trust and Believe NOMADCAST.buzzsprout.com is your one-stop shop for all your NOMADCAST needs. If you like to listen to your podcast via audio, you can find it on there. Spotify, Google, iHeart, Apple, to name a few. You can also listen to the NOMADCAST on the website as well. Now, for the social media side of the house, you can find me on LinkedIn. Please like and follow. You can find me on Instagram. Please like and follow. You can find me on TikTok. Please like and follow. And of course, you can find me on YouTube. Now, if you're new to the YouTube universe, you like what you hear, you like what you see, click that subscribe button now. Click that bell icon button now. And now you'll be notified of all the latest and greatest as it relates to the NOMADCAST. So I definitely appreciate it. Hey, got a great show lined up for you today. Today is Monday, the last Monday of the month, y'all. Monday Mental Combat. We're going to talk about how to set goals for yourself, and I'll provide 7 unique strategies as it relates to goal setting. We all got to set goals no matter what stage we are in our life, no matter what age we are in our life. Got to continue to set goals, right? Continue to climb that mountain step by step, all right? Lay that foundation brick by brick. How we do that? We set goals. So again, today's Monday Mental Combat. How to set goals for yourself, and I'll provide 7 unique strategies as it relates to goal setting. Stay tuned, stay locked. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Monday Mental Combat is next. Trust and believe. All right, everybody, welcome back to Monday Mental Combat. We're talking about how to set goals for yourself, and we're going to break them down into 7 unique strategies. How to set goals for yourself, and we're going to break them down to the very last compound. That's an old BDP record, by the way. How to set goals for yourself utilizing 7 unique strategies. So we'll strip it down, and hopefully this can change your life. I've used some of these as well, and it's changed my life, and we continue to move forward. One thing about goal setting before we get started, goal setting is very important. No matter what you do in life, you have to set goals. We only get one lap around God's green earth. We only get one lap around this thing. So we have to ensure that we're maximizing our time. We have to ensure that we're maximizing opportunity. Again, there's no do-overs, right? So let's live our life, the way it's intended, to be prosperous, to be smart, to have, unfathomable life support. No life issues, no financial issues, no scholastic issues, no family issues, no career issues. Setting goals, prerequisite steps for greatness, step by step, brick by brick, road by road. Now, it's going to be tough. It's going to be challenging, but the key is we break through. I heard the saying, Steve Harvey said this. I heard this a couple of days ago. He said, if you're going through hell in life, don't stop. Continue to go through it, because at the end of the day, you're going through the rain, you're going through the darkness, the sun is going to shine. And when you set goals for yourself, you got to prepare for life smacking you in the face. You got to prepare for the times where life kicks you. You got to prepare for that, because ultimately, if life kicks you, life smacks you, life knocks you down, eventually life will hug you. Life will kiss you, if you understand what I'm saying. All right, so let's get started. The very first one, we're talking about goals. Number 1, identifying a goal. How do we identify a goal? This is the very foundation. You cannot do anything without identifying a goal. It is the root for greatness. It is the root. If all your goals are a tree and the branches are success, it has to start at the root, identifying the goal. So you have to ask yourself, what do you really want to do? Now, identifying the goal could be career-based. It could be family-based. It could be financially based. It could be anything. So let's take career-based, just to give some examples. So you starting out, just say you're 18, let's say 20 years old. I want to be a lawyer. Okay. So there's goals you have to set for yourself. What do you want to do? Why do you want to be a lawyer? Well, I want to help people. I want to help people. I want to be a voice for people that don't have a voice of their own. Okay. That's a goal, right? Or I want to be a basketball player. Why do you want to be a basketball player? I want to be better than Michael Jordan. I want to be better than Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. I want to be the best I can be as it relates to playing basketball in the NBA. Okay, that's a goal you have. A simple goal could be, you know what? I want to have unlimited riches. I want to have $10 million in the bank. That is a goal you have, So we all have to start thinking about, what do we want to do in our lives? Identifying the goal is the very foundation for goal setting. You can't, these things, they're interchangeable in some ways, but you cannot start anything until you identify what your goal is. Again, we could break it down. It could be financial. It could be I want to get married. It could be I want to have children. I want to own a church. I want to, be a councilman. I want to be the president. I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a singer. Whatever you want to do in your life, right? Individually, whatever you want to do, you cannot start anything unless you identify what you want to do. And you have to have that hard conversation with yourself. It may get to the point where you have to go inside your closet or go inside your basement or sit at the dining room table and write down, what do I really want to do? We're all called here to do great and wonderful things. Sometimes we find out earlier in our life. Sometimes we find out later in our life. But we have to identify that goal. Identify that goal starts everything. You can't turn the water on unless you turn the faucet, the handle, right? We want to see the water. You got to turn it. Identifying the goal. Now, what do I want to do? All right. Number 2, know where you are right now. So it's one of those things in life. Again, you have to be honest with yourself. Where am I right now? Well, what is your goal? Well, I want to be a dentist. Okay, so where you are right now, what type of education do you have right now? Well, all I got is a high school diploma. Okay, so you want to be a dentist. You've identified the goal. Very important. So now you have to understand what you don't know. Know what you don't know. You identified the goal. I want to be a dentist. That's the first thing. Now, where you are right now. Well, all I have is a high school diploma. Okay, so now let's go ahead and try to do things that can compound that intelligence. Going to college, going to the trade school, whatever dentist. I'm not familiar with the dentist route of success. I just know they just freaking work on my teeth, right? So if you want to be that dentist, now you got to find ways to get to that point where you want to be. Know where you are and be honest with yourself. I talked about this in other NOMADCAST ago. High expectation, low reality will always equal disappointment, right? So it can relate to this, knowing where you are right now. Where am I at currently? Just say 31 January right now. I want to be a dentist, and all you have is a high school diploma. So there's certain things you have to do to get to that point of being a dentist. It's going to take years. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of resident work, right? Know where you are right now and be honest with yourself. I think that's part of the biggest thing from number 2, just being honest with yourself. All right. Number 3, decide what you need to develop. How do I enhance this? I already identified my goal. I understand I may have some shortcomings. I understand I may have some shortfalls. How do I develop this? What do I need to develop? Just say you want to be a public speaker. You love talking. You never met a microphone you didn't like, but you don't have no experience. So you already identified that goal. I want to be a public speaker. So where you are right now? Well, all I do is just talk in front of the mirror, right? I have no experience. Okay, so what do you need to develop? Well, if you want to be a public speaker, you may have to get out in front of people. You may have to conduct rehearsals. Get family members, surround yourself with family members, not with people that's just going to tell you, hey, you sounded great. You was wonderful. You was articulate. I heard every word. I heard every syllable. No, get around some people that's going to provide you criticism, not in the point to kind of try to make you, negate the things that you want to do, but surround yourself with people that's going to give you a comprehensive, criticism. Hey, you don't stand right. Your posture's bad. You need to drink some water. Your lips get chapped when you're talking, right? So you got to decide what you need to develop and continue to talk. The only way to do it is to do it. It's like these quarterbacks, back in the day when college quarterbacks get drafted in the NFL, the first thing they used to do, they used to sit them for a year. Well, okay, that's great. You understand, you learn from the veteran that's ahead of you, but you can't do it unless you do it. So if your goal is to be a public speaker, you can't be a public speaker if you're not speaking in public. You know what I mean? It's just an example. It's a myriad of these examples, but I thought that was a pretty unique one to utilize for this example. Deciding what you need to develop, talking, getting in front of people, making notes, memorizing what you're going to say, stick to the script. How do I sound? What's my vocal intensity? What's my vocal cadence? Am I talking loud? Am I talking too fast? Do I need to slow it down? Do I need to speed it up? How do you talk about certain things that you're not comfortable with talking about? Using some of the words that you can't pronounce. Rehearse it. Pronounce the words. Continue to go on and on. How do you enunciate things? Those are some of the unique challenges that you have to ask yourself when you're talking about developing. Deciding what you need to develop. Number 4, make a plan for steady improvement. Again, you've already identified what your goal is. You know where you are right now. You know what you need to develop. Now you got to make that plan for steady improvement. How do I get better? You want to go to college. You want to be a track star. How do I get better? Maybe I should run on Saturdays by myself or run with a teammate on Saturdays. Maybe I should increase my cardio work. Maybe I should increase my leg work. Maybe I should increase, have somebody with a with a prop gun so I can mark my time and my run cadence, get in the right shoes, make a plan for steady improvement. We all are tasked in life to get better 1% each and every day. If you get 1% better each and every day, you're making steady improvement. I look at myself with this NOMADCAST. Every day I try to improve on certain things. How does my lighting look? Well, my lighting was bad yesterday. How do I make it better today? Well, my vocal cadence was bad yesterday. How do I make it better today? Right? Because the ultimate goal is to be the best that you can be in your respective field. Now, it don't have to be related to career. It could be related to financial. We're talking about making a plan for steady improvement. If you know you want $1 gazillion in the bank, okay, so every time you get paid, how much do you put to the side for a rainy day? How much do you put in when you're investing? How much do you put in an index fund? You know what I mean? So it's all about steady improvement. Get better 1% each and every day. 1% a day, you should get better. And now you have steady improvement. Make that plan. Number 5, pursue action. Now, all you got to do is just make it happen. Again, we've identified it. You know where you are. You decided what you want to do. You got your plan for steady improvement. Now you got to pursue the action. You got to make it happen. You want things in life, goals, family, career, finance, vehicle, career, whatever goal you set for yourself. Now it's time for us to put this thing into action. We talk about springing forward, moving forward. In order to walk, we got to put one step forward, another step forward. And now you continue to walk. And now you're walking fast. And now you're running. That's all about the goals. Because you can't get better if you don't do anything to get better. It's like people, I take myself for example. When I got out the Marines, when I was discharged from the Marines, I worked, my first full job was working at Foot Locker, but I had like little minor jobs in between. And For some odd reason, I wanted to work at Pepsi. I don't know why. They had a local Pepsi bottling company in Yuma, Arizona. And I worked there. Well, I didn't work there. I interviewed there. I wanted to drive the Pepsi truck. I always thought Pepsi trucks, the old school trucks, were so cool. I wanted to be the guy to drive the tractor trailer around. So I made a goal. I want to interview for Pepsi. Let me learn how to interview myself in a civilian situation. I knew where I was. I didn't know too much about Pepsi, but I did the research, right? What did I need to develop? Being able to talk to civilians, because I've been used to talking to military people, talking to civilians about the things I want to do, right? What is my plan? To learn about Pepsi, find out about Pepsi. I can use that in my interview. And now the interview pursued the action. I didn't get the job, but the point is you have to take those prerequisite steps to do the things you want to do. Again, like I've stated before, and I continue to say this, it's not just related to jobs. It can be careers. It could be anything, but you have to pursue that action. At some point, you got to jump off the cliff and let your eagle wings spread. You have to, because if you never do it, we will live with regret the rest of our lives. Pursue that action when it comes to setting goals. Number 6, commit yourself completely. You're all in. You're all into your goal. You committed yourself, right? There's no turning back. I want to lose weight. Oh, I weigh 400 pounds. My goal is to lose 200 pounds by the end of the year. Okay. So you already know what you identified the goal. You know where you at. You know, doing self-improvement and all, steady improvement and everything. Now commit yourself to that. You want to lose 200 pounds by the end of the year? Let's start working out more, right? Let's start eating less. Let's start eating the right things. Let's start going to bed on time, drinking water, everything that's associated with your goal. You have to do. You got to commit yourself. You are committed. You have to be committed. If you're not committed, don't even bother doing it. Don't even bother doing it. You're wasting your time, and you're wasting the time of people that's trying to support you. So if these are the goals that you have in life, commit yourself. This is what you want. This is what you want. You were born here to provide a service. You were born to provide a service. Provide that service. Whether it's, whatever type of work you in, or you want to get a house by the end of the year, I want a condominium. Okay. So commit yourself to it. You saved the money. You've done the things you need to do. You research the neighborhoods. You research the schools. You research how far it will go from the residence to your work. You've done all that. Now commit yourself. Commit yourself to that goal and never let no one stop you. Because once you commit it, you in there. Last one, number 7, continue to monitor your progress. Again, monitoring your progress. Where was I at in step 1? Where am I in step 3? Where am I in step 5? Okay, I may need to change this. I may have to move this to the side because something else done popped up in my life, and that's going to have to move ahead, and then I can come back and double back and do the thing I was supposed to do. The thing about setting goals, ladies and gentlemen, we all know this, preaching to the choir here, life sometimes will shake us up. We'll think we got this Rubik's Cube figured out, all of our colors on one side, everything looks great, and sometimes life just takes it and moves the green with the white, the red with the blue. And it's like, hold on, what happened? This was what I planned. Now, the plan for that is to have a contingency plan, but continue to monitor your progress. Where am I at? How am I doing? We talked about losing the weight. You want to lose 200 pounds by the end of the year. Okay, the 6 month splits, right? 6 month, I know by the end of the year, I want to lose 200 pounds. Just say the 6 month, man, I only lost 15 pounds. So now you got to monitor yourself. What am I doing? How am I keeping myself on target? Am I keeping myself on task? Where are the shortfalls at? Where are the shortcomings? What did I do wrong? Right? I need to increase something to reach my goal. I need to change my thinking to reach my goal. Because the whole point of this whole episode is setting these goals. identifying, knowing where you are, deciding what you want to develop, making that plan, pursuing the action, committing yourself. But you got to monitor your progress. You got to find out where you at. If you wanted a gazillion dollars in the bank and you find yourself, okay, each month of the year, I'm going to put $3,000 in an index fund, but you find yourself not doing that, we got to ask ourselves, what is our goal? And I understand life happens, but we got to implement a contingency plan to ensure when life happens, we're still good to go. We're still on glide path. You know what I'm saying? We have to do that. Goal setting is very important. Again, it could be anything, but we owe ourselves. We owe ourselves. If we love ourselves, we owe ourselves to set goals. And your goal could already be, established. You've done everything you want to do. Life's not complete. Don't stop. Now you do something else, right? If you are a policeman and your ultimate goal was to be a detective, and now you finish, you're no longer a detective. Okay, what is chapter 2 of your life? Maybe now it could be doing something for yourself, something that you've never done before, or now maybe you're helping someone else. But we got to continue to have goals, and these goals are fluid. They don't stop. They don't cease. One lap around this earth, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it count. Let's do things the right way. Setting these goals is very important. Setting the goals. Monitor that progress, right? Doing what we need to do to be successful. Because at the end of the day, we are accountable for us. Because if we can't be accountable for us, how can we be accountable for others? How can we be accountable for situations, right? Thank you guys for tuning in today. This concludes this episode of Monday Mental Combat. We talked about how to set goals for yourself, 7 unique strategies that potentially can change your life. We conducted a mini deep dive into it. I provided various examples, used some of my own personal experience as well. Hopefully this helped you. If not, hopefully it helped people that your friends or families, so on and so forth. But I thank you guys for tuning in today. Tomorrow we got Talking on the Tuesday, so we'll have a fun show with that as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to be safe, be sound. All praise is due. All the best. Trust and believe.